Have you ever finished a gay romance film and thought, why didn't anyone tell me about this sooner? Well, today we're fixing that. These are 15 underrated European gay romance films that deserve your attention. Let's get into it. Number 15, Just a Question of Love.
T'as encore travaillé toute la nuit?
Putain, ta mère. Oh, mais bouge là, y'a ta mère. Oh, mais bouge, putain, y'a ta mère, je te dis.
Laurent is a young biology student who's been hiding his sexuality from his deeply conservative family. They've made it clear what they expect: a wife, kids, the traditional path. Everything changes when he meets Cedric, a confident, openly gay man who works in theater. Cedric is everything Laurent isn't: free, unapologetic, comfortable in his own skin. They begin a passionate affair, and for the first time, Laurent feels what it's like to live honestly. But the closer they get, the more Laurent realizes he can't keep living two separate lives. When the truth finally comes out, the fallout is devastating, especially with his mother, who can't reconcile her love for her son with what she sees as betrayal. Laurent is forced to decide once and for all whether he'll keep shrinking himself to fit his family's expectations or finally choose his own happiness, even if it means losing the people who raised him. Number 14, Come Undone.
Allez, viens. Allez, viens.
Je ne ferai jamais ça.
Mathieu is spending the summer at a seaside town with his family. His mother is emotionally unwell and the household feels suffocating. Then he meets Cedric, a carefree local boy, and the two begin an electric summer romance. But the film doesn't tell this story in a straight line. It moves between timelines, the bliss of their summer and a darker period where Mathieu is recovering in a hospital after a suicide attempt. We piece together what happened between those points: the intensity of first love, the crushing weight of Mathieu's home life, and the unraveling of the relationship. Cedric moves on more easily than Mathieu can handle, and the heartbreak, layered on everything else, becomes too much. It's a raw portrait of how love can be both the thing that saves you and the thing that breaks you. Number 13, Get Real.
Okay. Fuck me. No, I don't mean... I just mean...
Stephen Carter is a sharp teenager in a quiet English town who knows he's gay but has no one to talk to about it. Then something unexpected happens. John Dixon, the most popular boy at school, begins a secret relationship with him. Behind closed doors, they fall for each other hard. But in public, John won't acknowledge Stephen's existence. He has a reputation, a girlfriend, a future mapped out, and none of it includes being gay. The tension builds to a breaking point when Stephen enters an honest essay about his real experiences into a school competition, and wins. The exposure forces both of them to confront what they've been hiding, and the question becomes whether John is brave enough to stand beside Stephen or retreat into the safety of his lie. Number 12, Summerstorm. Toby and Occam have been best friends since childhood, rowing together on a competitive team. But Toby has been harboring feelings for Occam that go far beyond friendship. At a rowing camp by a Bavarian lake, a gay rowing team arrives and their openness rattles Toby. Meanwhile, Occam starts falling for a girl named Sandra, and Toby can feel the distance growing. Watching the person you love fall for someone else while pretending you don't care is its own kind of torture, and Toby is living it every single day at camp. Toby begins a cautious connection with Malte from the gay team, who sees right through his defenses. The climax comes during a storm, both literal and emotional, that strips away every pretense and forces Toby to stop hiding. Number 11, Freefall.
Bist du bescheuert?
Mark is a police officer with a perfectly constructed life. A pregnant girlfriend, a career, a clear path forward. Then Kay transfers to his unit. What starts as casual conversation quickly becomes a passionate affair Mark can't control. But he refuses to let go of his life with Bettina. He starts lying, disappearing, living a double existence that's doomed to collapse. Bettina notices. His colleagues notice. The further he falls for Kay, the more aggressive his denial becomes. He lashes out, pulls away, tries to recommit to Bettina, but the damage is done on every side. Mark ends up losing everything, not because he was gay, but because he couldn't be honest about it. The film ends without neat resolution. Mark is alone, standing in the wreckage of his own making, caught between two lives belonging to neither. Number 10, North Sea, Texas.
Er staat hier een glimmende motor. Suzuki 380 GT. En jij mag achterop.
Pim is a quiet, dreamy teenager in a small Belgian coastal town. His mother, a former beauty queen, is more interested in her own fading glamour than in parenting. Pim finds comfort next door, particularly in Gino, the older boy he's loved for as long as he can remember. They share intimate moments that feel like a secret world. But Gino is older, and eventually he gets a girlfriend, leaving Pim devastated. Pim retreats into sketching and daydreaming, trying to make sense of feelings no one around him would understand. Through it all, he holds on to his love for Gino with stubborn devotion, until he finally understands that loving someone doesn't mean they'll love you back the same way, and moving forward sometimes means letting go. Before we continue, if you're enjoying this list, hit that join button to become a member of the PridePlay community. It helps us keep making content like this, and we'd love to have you. Number 9, Mario.
Bitte.
Mario is a talented young footballer rising through a Swiss professional club. Everything changes when Leon, a German striker, joins the team. They're assigned as roommates, and rivalry quickly turns into attraction. They start a secret relationship, knowing professional football has no room for openly gay players. When rumors circulate, the club separates them, moving Leon to another team. Mario faces an unspoken ultimatum, his career or his relationship. He tries to have both, sneaking away to see Leon, but the pressure from coaches, teammates, and agents mounts from every direction. The sport he devoted his life to becomes a cage, and Mario has to decide what he's truly willing to sacrifice, and whether a life lived in hiding is a life worth living at all. Number 8, A Moment in the Reeds.
It's funny how it's so different here. I feel so free.
Levy returns to Finland from Paris to help his estranged father renovate a lakeside cottage. The relationship is stiff, full of things unsaid. Levy is gay, and his father refuses to acknowledge it. When his father hires Tarek, a Syrian asylum seeker, to help with the work, Levy's summer takes an unexpected turn. He and Tarek begin a tender, passionate connection. For Tarek, who fled a country where being gay could mean death, this is both liberation and risk. They spend long days working and long nights talking about identity, home, and what it means to feel safe. But the summer has an expiration date. Tarek's asylum status is uncertain, and Levy's life is in France. The reality that their time is temporary hangs over every moment, making each one more precious and more painful. Number 7, Boys.
Ik ben geen homo.
Seeger is a 15-year-old Dutch boy who doesn't think much beyond track practice until Mark joins his relay team. There's an immediate pull between them, lingering glances, a hand on a shoulder that lasts too long. Then they kiss, and everything shifts. Seeger is thrown into confusion. He has a girl interested in him, friends who wouldn't understand, and a home life complicated by his mother's absence and his brother's temper. Mark is more sure of what he feels, but Seeger keeps pulling back, terrified. The film follows them through a summer of tentative steps forward and panicked retreats, capturing the agonizing, beautiful uncertainty of a first love that doesn't come with a roadmap. Number 6, Just Friends.
Is Paula er?
Nee, Paula hebben ze bij de Freefall hebben ze de heup totaal naar de galamiezen geholpen. Ik heb een nieuwe Paula.
Yad is a young Dutch Middle Eastern man living with his traditional family. He's in law school, dutiful, everything his parents want, except he's also gay. When he meets Joris at a party, the attraction is instant. Joris is open, out, and comfortable with who he is. They start dating, and for the first time, Yad glimpses an honest life. But every step forward with Joris is a step further from his family. He tells them Joris is just a friend, and the deception grows more exhausting as the relationship deepens. Joris doesn't want to be someone's secret. The tension between cultural loyalty and personal truth pushes Yad to a crisis point, and the film doesn't pretend there's an easy answer. Number 5, Being 17. Damien lives with his mother in the remote French Pyrenees. Thomas is an adopted boy of Malagasy origin living on a nearby farm. The two are classmates, and from the first scene, they despise each other. Bullying, provoking, their hostility almost obsessive. When Thomas's foster mother falls ill, Damien's mother invites him to stay with them, putting the two boys under the same roof. Forced into proximity, the nature of their conflict shifts. The aggression doesn't vanish, but something underneath rises to the surface. Moments of unexpected vulnerability, accidental tenderness, a growing awareness that what they feel isn't hate at all. Their eventual coming together is messy, volatile, and completely earned, built on a foundation of everything they tried so hard to deny. Number 4, hidden kisses.
C'est Nathan?
C'est un garçon? Il embrasse un mec?
Nathan is a quiet teenager who's just transferred to a new school. He catches the attention of Louis, a popular classmate, and the two begin a secret relationship. Everything shatters when a photo of them kissing leaks online. Overnight, Nathan becomes the target of relentless cyberbullying. Threats, humiliation, total isolation. Louis, terrified, distances himself completely, leaving Nathan to face the storm alone. Nathan's father, a single dad, watches helplessly as his son is destroyed in real time. He tries to intervene with the school, with other parents, but the system is slow and indifferent. The film follows the devastating ripple effect of one leaked photo as it tears through families, friendships, and an entire school community, and shows just how quickly a life can be upended by cruelty hiding behind a screen. Number 3, Sorry Angel.
Et moi. Ah, pardon.
Je suis Mathieu, un ami de Jacques.
Alors tu l'as trouvé comment?
Je l'imaginais plus mignon.
Allez, viens. Je vais à Rennes voir mon breton bizarre.
Just one moment.
Set in 1993, Paris. Jacques is a writer in his late 30s living with HIV. Witty, brilliant, and deeply aware his time may be limited. At a screening, he meets Arthur, a young student from Brittany just beginning to explore his identity. They begin a relationship that's tender and passionate, but shadowed by Jacques' declining health. Arthur wants to move to Paris to be with him. Jacques resists, partly out of love, partly fearing he'll become a burden. Their friends orbit around them, each dealing with grief and loss in an era when the AIDS crisis was claiming lives daily. The film captures a relationship that exists entirely in the tension between living fully and knowing that time is running out, and the courage it takes to love anyway. Number 2, 4 Days in France.
Que comptes-tu faire?
Trouver Pierre.
Pierre wakes up one morning and leaves. No note, no explanation, just gets in his car and drives south through France, away from his boyfriend Damien. What follows is a quiet, meandering journey. Pierre drifts through small towns and rest stops, hooking up with strangers through a dating app, sleeping in his car, wandering without destination. Meanwhile, Damien tracks Pierre's location through the app, following him across the country, trying to understand why the man he loves vanished. Pierre isn't running from Damien exactly. He's running from something inside himself. Each encounter on the road reveals a different shade of loneliness and disconnection. And all the while, Damien is getting closer, carrying the question the entire film asks. Can you love someone who doesn't know how to stay? Number 1, Theo and Hugo. This one opens with an extended, explicit scene in a Paris sex club where Theo and Hugo meet. It's graphic and completely intentional. The filmmakers wanted to show raw physical connection before anything else. After they leave the club, the film shifts entirely into a walking conversation through empty Parisian streets in the early morning hours. In real time, they walk, talk, argue, and confess. Hugo reveals he may have been exposed to HIV during their encounter, and that revelation transforms the night. They visit an emergency clinic, they fight, they hold each other. The film moves from pure physicality to deep emotional intimacy over the course of 90 unbroken minutes, asking whether two strangers can build something real in a single night, and whether love can truly exist alongside fear, vulnerability, and the unknown. That's our list of 15 underrated European gay romance films that deserve way more attention. If even one of these becomes your new favorite, we've done our job. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.